I've spent the last year putting the pieces of my life back together after I lost everything in my six-figure marketing business. Yeah, I loved that agency. And now I'm taking my decade plus of traditional marketing experience, combining it with the latest online marketing techniques and starting again from scratch. The question is, how will I do it? With the new challenges like cash flow, debt, and no team. This podcast is here to give you the answer, so join me and follow along as I apply and share marketing strategies to grow my online business using only the simplest, most uncomplicated methods. My name is Samantha Gooden, and welcome to Marketing Launch Radio. Welcome to Marketing Launch Radio, everybody. Welcome to Marketing Launch Radio. I have Colleen Carroll today, and I'm super excited to have her on the show because, well, you'll soon find Colleen is filled with great information because she was an educator. Now she's doing wonderful things in her business, and she's helped many of us just to understand the differences, the nuances in the online game, and how we can make money from them. Colleen, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be here, Samantha. I'm very glad that you have asked me to join you and your audience, and I can't wait for what we're going to talk about today.
Oh gosh, me too. Colleen, I want to thank you so much for just always showing up. No matter what, I've seen you do it through personal challenges, through work challenges. You always show up. And I want to just ask that and start right there. As a woman in business, you juggle many hats, right? You have your full-time job and what you do in the online space. How do you do it?
Great question. I've been asked that before. I think I have a few tricks. And then, part of it is I started a Facebook group by accident about a year ago. And, the people that were in that group, they kind of all, knew that's part of the joke. It was like, she never meant to start this group, but here we all are. And it grew to about almost 1,500 in the past year. And part of the reason I showed up every day, it was 5 days a week for a long time, was that I knew people were waiting for me. And I just didn't want to let them down. So on days that I didn't feel like going live, or I was tired, or I felt like maybe I had nothing to say today, there were people that believed that I was going to be going live and helping them through the One Funnel Away challenge. And so I think my tenacity for showing up every day was because I knew other people were relying on me. And as an online entrepreneur, when sometimes, you don't want to get out of your pajamas or you don't feel like you have it in you that day, if you just can rely on the fact that other people are waiting for you, or other people are feeling like you're going to add something to their day, no matter how small that may be. For everyone, that's going to look different. But when it became more about giving to others than about what I was going to get out of it, that was the momentum for me to show up every day. That plus a few time management hacks.
Well, yeah, I know you're the queen of productivity hacks. One of the things I remember you going live with was sharing with us your special green juice that helps you with energy.
That was one of the days where I felt like maybe I had nothing left to say in the marketing space.
Oh no, but it was really good
about green juice.
No, it still stuck with me. It's still stuck with me. So Colleen, tell us a little bit, because you have made that transition from being an educator, right?
Yeah, it's true. I have 21 years in education, from teacher to building principal to curriculum director. I've done it all basically in the education space. And I'm still doing that, actually. As you mentioned, I have a day job, and it's a very big one, but I fell in love with online work, and I just wanted to add something to my life in another way. I wanted to build something different than what education can allow. As much as I love education and teaching kids and helping teachers, do better and teach better, there's a lot of red tape in the education world, right? There's a lot of bureaucracy. We're bound by laws and regulations and et cetera. And when you build your own business, you have so much less of that. Maybe there's a little, but there's not all that much. And so I wanted the freedom and flexibility to create something that came from me 100%. And that's how I got started online.
Yeah, I was saying that when I started out as an entrepreneur, there were multiple things that I wish that I knew, right? One of them is having a really, it's called what I call the entrepreneurial trifecta, making sure that you have a great client acquisition model, right? Being able to generate leads, bring them in. Then when you bring them in, you want to generate sales and have a very clear sales process. And depending on where that product is in your value ladder, your sales process may be modified, but you still want to have a process. But the big piece for me that I did not learn about until very, very recently is the affiliate model, and understanding that it's possible for you to have another source of income while things are getting, really, I suppose, stable in your business and your core product is growing. Having the affiliate program or having affiliate funding that's coming in and commissions so that you can stay afloat. Now, I know you have quite a bit of experience in that, and I recognize that there are different things in that space. So we've got the affiliate model, we have the distributorship model, and then we also have, I suppose, MLM or multi-level marketing or network marketing. Can you help us understand those?
Sure. There are similarities and differences, and they all have wonderful attributes to them.
Yeah.
But for people to understand when and why they might look at each one is really important. So I began actually as an affiliate because when I transitioned to the online space, I started a business helping parents of kids who were addicted to screens. And I did that for several years until I sort of put that to bed for multiple reasons. I just felt like I had served in that world as long as I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was online. I knew the ins and outs of online business, but I didn't have a product anymore. And I didn't have the same audience anymore. So as I got involved with the One Funnel Away Challenge and began a Facebook group around it, I had an audience who was joining me, but I had nothing to sell them because I had started brand new. I didn't have a core product. I didn't have an offer. I had information on how to market. And so people were joining my group. They were loving my lives, but I didn't have anything to sell them, to offer them. So I began using, being an affiliate, because someone else could create the product and I didn't have to, but because I had the know, like, and trust factor with my audience, because I was doing the lives, I was sharing the information, they believed me, they trusted in me, and people would purchase what I was sharing with them, which at that time was ClickFunnels and was the, OGAC, and those are different products that are out there, right? So other people's products, in other words. And because they believed in me, and I would only sell things that either I've tried or knew was exceptional, I had an amazing time with that, because nobody wanted to return them. Everybody knew I was doing it myself. So that's what affiliate marketing is, when you're really taking somebody else's product and you're getting a cut if you sell it for them, but you didn't have to create the product, and they become, that person who created the product owns the problems, the customer service, and all the things. And so there's so many opportunities out there for that. And usually those are a couple of options. They're one-offs, like you become an affiliate for a little while, and then the launch is over, and then so your affiliate relationship is stopped for at least a small part of time. If they go to relaunch, you could be an affiliate again down the road, but it's sort of like up and down, kind of like a roller coaster, because most of the time that product doesn't always launch, unless it's like a software product,
right.
And many software products have a constant affiliate program going. So for that, it's much more constant. So that's affiliate marketing in a very quick nutshell. And the nice part about that is you didn't create the product, and you can sell it, and you can stop selling it at any time. And you are not they're not your business, and you're not their business.
Yes.
So
yeah.
The relationship there can be severed whenever you'd like it to be.
So people sometimes think, sorry, Colleen, sometimes think that affiliate marketing and network marketing are the same.
Correct.
Are they?
And no. And so I'll jump into that next. So network marketing, which is also similar to a distributorship model, there's a lot of similarities there. In network marketing, you are actually in your own independent business, but you are under a larger company that has allowed you to set up shop, so to speak, for them to sell their products. but you likely will have your own EIN number in the United States. It's called. In other countries, you have your own business number, right? Or you might use your social security number if you haven't established an LLC, or if again, in other countries, you'd have that, whatever that number may be. And you are selling products consistently from a product suite that may come in a catalog format or an online format. And they often, let's just use an example without using any names. There are companies online that network market, and they sell like health and wellness products. They might sell like makeup and hair supplies, right? Or they might sell, there's a popular one out right now that sells shakes and smoothies and bars. And so you are literally selling their products all the time though, like 24/7. And you probably have your own website that's attached to the company's website, but because you're an independent distributor for them or independent network marketer, people who shop with them will shop with you on your website. So you are literally have your own storefront online, but it's for a company whose product you're selling all the time. That's very different than affiliate marketing. And you are probably also not making the same commission level. In affiliate marketing, you often make like a 50-50 split. Many times that's typical, but in network marketing, there's usually what's considered like a compensation plan or a compensation ladder. Okay. And oftentimes the company will, depending on how much you sell and if you recruit other people to sell with you and join and create a team, they will compensate you greater and greater the more you build out your team and the more you sell, which is different than affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is usually like, hey, if you sell one product or 50 of my products, you're going to get, a 50% commission, and that's just it. So if you want something more like long-term and you really want to buy into it for good and have your own sort of business that is a part of another business where you don't have to create the product, then network marketing allows you to do that. And it also allows you to grow and expand. And a lot of times those companies will offer incentives. Sometimes they offer like cruises. I mean, everybody's familiar with like Mary Kay and the pink Cadillac.
Yes, exactly.
That would be like one of the all-time epitome examples of a network marketing bonus, if you will.
Cool. So network marketing, you have a team that you're developing that's usually also working with you, and the better performing your team is the greater the incentives that you get. Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
All right, cool.
Great way to. And then there's the distributorship model.
Okay, what's that one?
Okay, that is not very different than network marketing, and there may be like an actual definition online somewhere, but how I would describe it, and because I'm involved in a distributorship model, is that we are, we sell product, but we sell one product usually because it may be a little bit higher ticket. It's not the kind of thing that someone would be like on an auto pay plan. Like if someone were to buy my product, they don't need it every month or every 3 months. They usually buy one. It's a little bit higher ticket, and I am a distributor of this product, and the compensation plan would look a little different than a network marketing plan because of the structure of what you're selling. And so while you still have the opportunity to build a team, you still have the opportunity to grow in the leadership, you still get incentives and things like that. It just differs a little bit because the products tend to be higher ticket, and people buy one, or they might buy more than one, but they're usually not like ordering it on a monthly basis, like you might with a shake company, let's say. Yeah. So you are more like a distributor of the product versus like that, a constant salesperson, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And do you still have a team in a distributorship model?
In the company that I'm with, yes. And I would say that most companies that I'm aware of, yes, because the goal still is to, we still don't have a storefront, right? So I have a website in my distributorship model, and you'd shop on the website the same way you would with a network marketing company. And I am building a team, and I've got people that are signing up underneath me, and I'm helping them build their team. So it's very similar to network marketing in that way. Yes.
So, say I have a business that's already set up, and I don't have this part of the trifecta. I don't have the affiliate or the distributorship or the MLM part of it. Is it something that I can bring into my business? Because usually as entrepreneurs, we've got so much going on. We definitely don't want to take on another task that's going to be time consuming and a whole lot of work. How I mean, is it something that can be done, and would you recommend it to be done?
Yeah, that is a fabulous question. And I really urge women entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs, especially if they have some help in their business, whether it be a VA or a team or a hubby, or somebody to kind of, help a little bit. I actually think it's a fabulous model to put together a traditional online business where maybe you're a coach or a consultant, or you have, you're a course builder or something like that, and then find the right affiliate program / network marketing program / distributor model that goes seamlessly with what you do. And I can give you some examples of those that will help people understand this.
That would,
because when you do, the natural fit there allows you to sell and build a team if it's an MLM or a distributorship model without really having to do much extra work because of that natural fit. So, and if you don't do that, you're really leaving loads of money on the table, because you could technically, if you found the right company or the right affiliate to work with, you could be just kind of throwing this in on the back end very easily. And it could be just making you money, like cha-ching, 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 kind of running on the back end. And so happy to share how that might work in lots of scenarios. But
please, because I'm all ears. I've taken my pen out and I'm ready to take all of the notes.
Yeah, when I figured this out, I was like, OMG, this is brilliant. Why isn't more people doing this? Why aren't more people doing this? So, okay, so let's just do some hypothetical examples, and people will have to really think about their own scenario, because I'm not going to use company names or things like that. I'm just going to kind of give you some general overviews. But let's say you are a health coach, okay? Like you're into health and wellness. Maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's holistic, healing. Maybe it's plant-based lifestyle, right? Like a health coach could be so many things. But if you are in the health coach space and you are working with clients to help them, create a better body, whatever, maybe heal from illnesses, there are products that you are not selling and you don't have the time to create, that are already out there on the market, that your customers, your clients need and want, that you could find, right? As a company, you could find that company and you could say, all right, I'm doing the consulting. I'm helping them through their crises. I'm on live calls with them. I may have a course they're in. I may be doing group calls, but I could be adding this product suite to what I'm doing as an additional offer, and they could choose to take it or not. But likely, if what you're talking about in all those coaching calls is, a plant-based lifestyle, let's say, and people are like, well, I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to cook brand new vegetarian meals all the time. You could, if you were part of, let's say, a plant-based affiliate program or a network marketing program or whatever, you could just have that funnel running in your emails, right? In your autoresponders. You could have it on your website as like a click here to add this to, and it would be just done. And it would be, not only would it be done for you because you don't have to create those products, they're already created by the company that you've associated yourself with.
Fantastic.
Your customer is begging and dying for the recommendation because they can't also do that. It's just so difficult, right? Maybe they probably work, they have kids, they're trying to take your course, they've got lifestyle issues or challenges in their life, right? And they just want you to say, just eat this, right? And you are recommending a company. Now, you've got to be very careful that you only recommend things that you are extremely confident in. Maybe I would always suggest you've vetted them by either being a customer yourself, or at the very least having tried their products and know people that use them, and you can be really confident, because it could also devastate your business if you're recommending something that's junk, right? Be really careful that you're confident in what you're recommending. But once you are, that company is going to pay you for whatever you're recommending. And if it's an affiliate style product, then they'll pay you an affiliate commission. If it's a network marketing business, then your goal is to, sell more. And also sometimes, this is even more beautiful, sometimes the people that you are coaching, let's say, or have bought your courses, they love the product and you so much that they want to be on your team. They've realized
Oh,
that you've changed your life so much that if it's a network marketing or distributorship model, they're often like, I'm in love with this. How do I sign up so
yeah,
that I can sell it
yeah,
too? I know
yeah.
20 people that would buy this too. Now, not only are you selling that product and making money, but now you're building your team naturally of people who also want to sell that product and make money. And all you did was add it to what you were already doing because you chose a company that worked well with what you were already doing. Does that make
This,
sense?
yeah, it does. It absolutely does. And while you were talking, I'm like going through in my mind, okay, what is it? What kind of product could I actually be considering getting aligned with that could support? Because essentially, you want a product that's going to support and serve your ideal customer in the same way that you presently are. So it's not actually detracting from what you're doing. It's I suppose it's a synergistic relationship, right? It's actually supporting what you're doing.
100%. That's why it's really careful or really critical that you're careful about what you choose. But when you choose correctly, your clients are ecstatic that you've introduced them to this. They're not thinking, "Oh, you're trying to sell me something else." If you pick something that really is a nice fit, most of the time they are just so happy that you had something else to
Mm,
make their life easier. So again, it's, do your research. There are thousands of companies out there. Maybe there's an abundance that may feel overwhelming in the beginning once you start to do a little bit of research on this. But if you really dive in, you can find the right company for you, and then and for your clients. And there are some things. I mean, if I may, I would give you some things to look for.
yes, please.
Um, okay. So depending on what you do, obviously, like every online business person is going to be different. So if you're not into the health space, let's say you're into the marketing space, then
Yeah,
obviously you're not going to be trying to sell plant-based meals on the side.
yeah,
You might be trying to sell, or you might be hooking up with a ClickFunnels or a Zoom or
yeah,
a Lead Pages or whatever. All those different kinds of companies that you could be doing affiliate marketing with. But your customers need. And you also, in the network marketing space, you might find a network marketing product. I don't know a lot about those because my network marketing product is not in marketing, it's in wellness. So,
hmm,
but they are out there and you could look into them and try to find one. But what's important is, how long has that company been around for? Were they just invented yesterday? That's not the company you want to sign up with, right? Is there world of testimonials? Like, can you find
yeah,
testimonials that are positive all over the place? Are
yeah,
they being highly recommended on Facebook? Do they have Facebook groups, multiple Facebook groups that are,
yeah.
that are already excited about them? You don't have to worry that there's too much competition out there. A lot of people will say, "Oh, everybody's already selling that." No, don't worry about that. Not the way that
Mhm.
you will, or the way that you do. And chances are your people won't know about it anyway.
Yeah,
But really make sure that they are well vetted, that you've tried them, that their compensation plan. So if it's not an affiliate marketing company, well, if it's affiliate marketing, you want to know what you're going to get paid. But if it's not, and
yeah,
it's network marketing or distributorship, you want to really look into the compensation plan, because some of them are pretty junk and some of them are amazing. That the really, really, like I think we were chatting before we jumped on, how
yeah,
I was saying within my company, I really could see this being a 6 to 7 figure a year
yeah,
part-time job
yeah,
within 2 to 3 years maximum, the one that I'm involved in. Why is that? Because when I look at the compensation plan and I see the people that have gone before me, the company is 21 years old, and there are people that are easily doing that working part-time. So I
yeah.
see that if they can, in my opinion, if they can do it, I can do it too. I see the path that they've walked, and I'm actually being creative and using the online space a little bit more than they are. So I feel like it can be done. If you don't know anybody in that company, or that company hasn't proven to you that it can be done, you might want to look at a different company's compensation plan,
Hmm, hmm.
because it's not worth it if you're not going to get paid handsomely, because there are other companies that are going to be able to do that.
So, Colleen, this is brilliant. So, you want to check the track record of the company, check if there are testimonials out there. Also, you want to make sure that you understand the difference between the compensation plan versus the commission plan, depending on which of them that. And then you also want to make sure that there are other people doing this business, right? So, you want to make sure that there are other I'm going to call them distributors, but
Right, like you don't want to be the only one
Yeah, yeah, you
out
do.
there, because you what you want is a team of people that is well established, that are there to support you, that have good ideas for you. And ideally, when you are signing up, you want to make sure you're signing up with a team under a leader that is, paved the road, has proven themselves, that has a track record of making good money, that knows the company well, that knows the ins and outs of the product. Because a lot of people will just try to sign you up because they're excited to get someone new to sign up. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if their upline is very, healthy and strong.
Yeah.
But if you don't know anything about the upline and the person who's trying to sign you up can't really speak very highly about the leadership,
Mm-hmm.
then the only thing I would say is be wary, because in any carb company, even if we're talking about, like, you don't have to give it as much time as you think you do because it fits well into your product suite or into what you're already doing, there's still going to be a little homework you got to do, right? You still have to learn about the product. You still have to be able to sell it. You still want to know enough about it, and you want to be secure in what you're sharing with people. You also want to be supported if you have a need to be, which you always do when you join a new company. So that upline needs to be strong.
So, I
And
mean, like, I'm so happy you said that, because I have been approached by people in multi-level marketing companies before, in MLMs. And I wasn't aware of this last point that you made, who you sign up with. So, like, what is that decision-making factor that we would want to, or what are some of the factors we would want to have in mind when we're making a decision? Does it matter who you sign up with? Does it
I think it
matter?
matters 100%. And I'll give you my own personal example. In the model that I'm in, the distributor product that I'm in, I fell in love with it the first time I used it, and I was like ready to go. And I was also like, you mean I can also sell this thing? I loved it so much, I wanted to sell it. So the person I signed up with was very happy to sign me up, but I had no idea that it mattered who you signed up with. So I signed up with her only to find out that she really was not someone who was really knowledgeable about the compensation plan, didn't really know the structure and selling structure or anything like that. So I had no support from her. I found that out after I had already signed up. So she could not be my go-to person for how to do it right, how to be a high quality distributor, and how to service my people. Now, fortunately, her mentor, or her, the person above her, was very happy to take me under his wing. And he was very knowledgeable and had made a 7-figure business in under 3 years working part-time
Wow.
doing it. And because he benefits, partially because he's a good person, but also partially because he benefits from 2 people in his downline. You're like, I didn't sign up underneath him, but the person that he signed up, he benefits from me. He was very happy to take me under his wing, teach me everything he knew, and he can see that I was a huge go-getter. So he's like, well, I want her to do well.
Yes.
So, and I did, right? And I've crushed, I actually broke records for the company. I was a top salesperson in the state of Connecticut for 6 months in a row. And now I have someone in my downline who's the top salesperson in New York.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking about 2 very populated states. And that's because of who I became as a leader to mentor for her, and because of the leader that I had in the gentleman that mentored me, right? I actually beat him the following one. It was me, then him underneath me. And of course that makes him happy, because if his downline is killing it, he's going to make money.
Wow, Colleen, wow. You said something there that really is standing out. You decided the leader that you wanted to become. You were modeling the person who was in your upline, and the person in your downline was modeling you and modeling. Clearly, it's a winning team, right? So yes, it does make a difference who you sign up with, clearly.
Completely. Because again, if I didn't have that, and I was only the person right above me, and the people above her were more like her, not really into the selling of it, didn't know the product, I would not have had the same experience. I would not have had the same mentoring. I would have been floundering, even though I'm a go-getter, even though I'm a learner. It doesn't matter. You still need that kind of leadership. So it is really critical. And so if you are considering, this is really network marketing and distributorship model. An affiliate model, there is no such thing as an upline. You just sign up and away you go, right?
Yeah.
But in the other 2 models, if someone just wants to sign you up and you like the product, I would really do your homework and find out what's their team like. Are they, have they won incentives? Do they have a plan for you? After you enroll, or are you solely on your own? Does the company have a really fabulous sort of 90-day mentorship plan and training for you?
Mhm.
Like in my company, there's an academy that you need to go to in the first 6 months, 2 days of training.
Wow.
So that you are 100% trained and nobody is out there clueless. They make sure that within 6 months, and it's 6 months because they go all over the country or all over the world and make sure, they have trainings all over the world,
Mhm.
but that you get 2 full days of high quality training from a master team, so that you cannot feel, even if you didn't have the best upline, that you didn't have your questions answered. But still, even with
Wow.
that, it'd be great to have a masterful to upline a fantastic team and leadership team. So I have a private Facebook page just for us, and I do all our training in there, and it's hidden so nobody knows about it. But if you
Yeah.
sign up underneath me, or one of my distributors signs you up, then you are automatically added to that, so that I can make sure you're successful, and that's critical.
Colleen, so wow, 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 just lots and lots of wows, because I'm having a lot of my own kind of bells going off. So it sounds bells going off in my head. So it sounds like one of the most important steps is to ensure that you're aligning with the right product or the right company. That sounds like one of the most important things to do.
Absolutely, totally agree. Both,
Yeah.
the company that has the right history, and that they're not going to go bankrupt anytime soon. And I've known people who have built a company and spent like 3 or 4 years with the company, only for that company to go out of business a couple of years
Mm-hmm.
later. And it's because they really were not on solid ground when they started.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're going to do this and you think you're going to put a good amount of time, energy, or interest into it, even if you don't put a lot of time and energy into it, but you're going to start selling the products to your customers, and you want those people to really believe in them, obviously, then you want to make sure that that company's on solid ground. They've
Yeah.
got a great track record. They've been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if they haven't, I just wouldn't hang so many. I mean, it doesn't mean that a new company can't be fabulous, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously new companies start up all the time. But if they do, it's really important that you're just clear with your clients or whomever. Hey, I'm into this right now. They're a new company. We're going to see where this goes. It's just being really super clear with people. But if you want to start a business, you just want to make sure that if they have a track record and they're not in debt, they've been around for a long time and they are really strong, you're going to find that you will be in a much better position if you plan on building a long-term business out of it with that company. So.
Wow. Colleen, thank you so much for this. This is the kind of information I wish I'd known like 3 years ago. Now that I have it though, and now that I understand like my own thinking around the entrepreneurial trifecta, I'm going to do some more research around products that align using these tips that you have given, because I love it. And then identifying who to sign up with. So it's great if I know somebody like you, because you're already in a program, you're already in a distributorship model, for example. But what if I see a product that I like, and I want to sign up for it, but I don't know anybody inside there? Based on your experience, have you found a way to navigate that?
Yeah, from what I've seen happen, most companies that you are not introduced to through a distributor already,
Hmm.
if you go to their website, they will have a bar on there somewhere that says like, find a local distributor or sign up today. And they will put you in touch with somebody that is building a team. And it's
Mm.
usually, I would say, from what I have seen, it's based on proximity. So I live in Connecticut. So what they would most likely do is, if I just kind of randomly went to their website, they would find someone in Connecticut, and they might spin the dial in the background, and like somebody in Connecticut would get my phone number.
Hmm.
What I would do would be, I would just really interview them solidly, if that's the way
Hmm.
you go, because that's, you don't know somebody else. And that it is very common that you wouldn't know somebody else if you find the company first.
Yeah.
Then what you want to do is make sure that whomever they link you with, because you ask them to, you send you information or sign up, whoever they link you with, you do your due diligence and quiz them, right? Interview them and make sure that you're comfortable with them. If you are not, I would call the customer service line of that company and say, I'm really interested in signing up. I'm just not, I'm looking for some other options. I want a really solid team. Like I could tell you, for example, I happen to fall into the highest grossing team in the United States.
Wow.
Even though the person I sign up under is not a strong distributor.
Yeah.
The upline, the whole team is the strongest team in the country. So I did not know that. And I didn't do my due diligence because I didn't know anything about that then.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
But it just because the person above you may not be your favorite person, try to find out, okay, I got hooked up with you. You and I may not resonate, but who's above you? Like, who else could I tap into? What is great about your team? Has your team won prizes? Has your team, and so it's not just about that one person, but it's more about like their entire line, lineage, because there could be some fabulous people, and you might ask for a 3-way call, which is a pretty popular term in network marketing world, for a call with another person on that team that may be above the person that you are. And that way you can really get a flavor for somebody else that would be supporting you. And if you really hit it off with them, then that's a really good sign that, there's some good people there. And you might ask for some more information about the lineage. It's kind of like a family tree, who else, what are their ranks? What have they done well in? What are they grossing? Where can I find their information? Do they have a Facebook page I could follow? Are they on LinkedIn maybe? Are they on Alignable? All the different places you might find them to kind of do your homework and research. Again, you want to make sure you're hooked up with people that are going to be there to support you and that are really highly knowledgeable.
Colleen, this is gold. You're absolutely dropping gold here. Absolutely dropping gold, because like I said, this is one of those things. I think the people who are in the space know, but those of us who may be out of the space or just very new to the space don't know. And I have actually had the other kind of experience where I was introduced, an experience similar to yours, but a little different. I was introduced to an MLM. Hear what? This was only maybe a year and a half ago. And it was my first time even hearing the term MLM. I heard some MLMers talking, and I got introduced to a person. I had no idea about the who to sign up with. And she also was not a very strong seller. The person above her, and she was not kind of directly, but one of the persons above her really was. We did the work, we did the groundwork in a particular market, and things started growing. But I recognized that there is even more growth that was required. And without that strong person and the immediate support from the person with me, we really struggled to continue to have growth. So I think there are great lessons here to learn. And just having these pointers, the track record of the company, the testimonials, knowing of the distributors, the understanding commission and compensation plan, and then being very strategic about who you sign up with. These are brilliant tips in order for us to go into distributorship or MLM. So thank you so much for this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I can't believe how much I love talking about it, because I just see the potential when you nail it, when you do it right, or even if you just do it sort of right, the potential is there, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel because you don't have to create this product. So it can be just a beautiful add-on. If I may throw one more idea out for people before we wrap up. We've been talking a lot about how to make this on the back end of your product, right? So you have a service and you're going to add this to the back end. One thing to think about for people too is if they don't have that product or service or course all figured out yet, they could add, this could be their front end. So I'm just going to throw one more thought out there. So someone might sign up with this network marketing company or distributorship model or whatever, and they might find a product they really love and want to sell. And then they might say, and the people I sell that to, I could also then, when I figure it out, sell my coaching products because now they're already in my world, and I can start a Facebook group with those people and I can add on other things as I build them out. So I wouldn't want people to wait. Like, let's say they're thinking like, I want to get into business, but I don't know what to do. Then find a product or a company you love, start to sell their products, and then it should align with what you think you're eventually going to do, and then build your business slowly on the back end, and you can offer those services after people buy from you already. Does that make sense too?
It totally does.
Like I'm flipping the model completely.
I totally do. Yeah.
But you can do it either way, so that one does not have to come before the other. You can do one and the other, and you can have it go either direction, front end or back end. Or you could just choose to do the network marketing or distributorship model, and just make that your full business, because it can be very, very profitable. So lots of options for people.
Yeah. So put it, somewhere in the front end of your business, put it in the back end of your business, do it 100%. Definitely. This is a model that we can use. And the whole goal here behind Marketing Launch Radio and the Launch Academy for Women is to give the options and the opportunities so that you are able to liberate your message, but ultimately liberate your life to have the kind of lifestyle that you so desire. And with that freedom, you're able to make greater impact. Colleen, where can we find you? Where can we get more Colleen goodness?
Well, thanks for asking. I am working right now to build out my team as a distributor for a product that, as we mentioned, I'm absolutely in love with. And right now, that's my main focus. So people can find me on Facebook. And if they just search Colleen Carroll, they will probably see on Instagram, as an example, it's Dr. Colleen Carroll. So I have DR in front of my name. And on Facebook, it's Colleen Carroll, 2 L's, 2 E's, 2 R's, 2 L's, lots of doubles in my name. And if they
2 L's, 2 E's, 2 R's, 2 L's.
2 L's, if they just double everything, they'll be okay. And you'll see that my Facebook profile is my funnel, is the top of my funnel. So if they want to know more about me, they can feel free to friend me, message me, send me a message. Hey, want to know what you're doing? I am more than happy to talk to people who are just curious about this distributorship model and may potentially want to join something like what I'm doing. But they can find me on Facebook or find me on Instagram, connect that way. And, we can have those conversations, or they can just stay in my world and see what we're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, just hearing you talk, there were so many other things that I could jump in and talk to you about, because
we have to do a part 2 then sometime.
Honest to goodness, yes. Honest to goodness, yeah. Because just the use of the profile funnel, the way that you're able to bring people into your world, that in and of itself is an organic marketing method. And I know that, to me, you are a Dream 100 queen, right? Utilizing some of these organic marketing methods to get people into your space. But we will leave that for part 2. Right now, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Colleen, for giving of yourself in such a powerful way. So much to learn and implement. And I appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure. You're always a pleasure to talk to, Samantha. And I hope people got value out of today. And again, I hope they connect with me, because, there's so much. I just love networking. I love people. So let's chat.
Okay. Find Colleen. Oh, Colleen, one thing. I want to know, okay, if you were stranded on a desert island, and there was one thing that you need to have with you to keep you happy, what would that be?
Coffee. Like without a blink. I guess I'd need a coffee pot or something to go with it. But if I could just, a cup of coffee would just arrive every day, I'd be pretty happy.
All right, there you have it. Stranded Island with coffee. The amazing Colleen Carroll. Thank you so much, Colleen.
Thank you.
If you're listening to this, then you're probably in one of 2 scenarios. Either you're a woman with a great talent who's ready to launch your personal brand, but isn't quite sure how to take the next step, or you're running your own business, you've got some marketing happening, ads going, and content. Maybe you've even got an agency, but things aren't clicking just right, and you're trying to tie all the pieces together. Well, if you want my help or just want to get an idea of what it's like to work with me, then just go to unlockyourbrand.com unlockyourbrandnow.com. I believe in simplifying marketing and making it a process that's very, very easy. But I'm also on a mission to help every woman that I can launch her personal brand or her business brand in 21 days or less. So go to unlockyourbrandnow.com and go check it out.